How's it going, everybody? So we're at round 12, the British Grand Prix. You got Silverstone and the dry. Alright. Steinmei's in the house. How's it going, Steinmei? Alright, so who's out on hot lap? Nobody yet. But Vapor, here's our points leader. So Vapor's in the McLaren. He's at 172 points today. 17 points ahead of Yuppie. Yuppie in that Mercedes. So we'll see what they can put together today. How's it going, Ty? Ty saying, shout out to Razor Guy. Shout out Razor Guy. So Vapor starting his hot lap. A bunch of the guys started their hot laps. And it looks like Spitcheck's already out. So I'm not sure what happened with Spitcheck, but he's disqualified from the session. It looks like the Red Bulls are starting their hot laps. Go on board with Shep as well. Shep is in 7th place in the championship with 107 points in the Ferrari. Oh, and he goes a little bit wide. Looks like Money Man had invalidated his lap. His first race at that, so we'll be seeing what kind of race he can put together today. Spoolingduff puts it in P1 with a 128.21. Vapor goes 0.8 faster, and Razor Guy goes even faster yet on the mediums. Really nice time from Razor. It's a really good lap on the medium tires. But I wonder what the strategy is, because you don't need to start on the medium tire, really. The one-stop strategy, soft to medium. But he'll be trying to stay ahead in the medium and then go even faster in the second stint on the soft, it seems like. Let's see, who is on their hot lap? We'll go on board with Praj. Praj is in sector 3 now. Get into that last chicane. Nice and tidy through there. He puts it in P2, so a little over 0.6 behind Razor Guy in P1. Money Matt get into that last chicane. This lap is not invalidated, so let's see where he puts it. Puts it into P8. So top 10 so far. As Feeman puts it in P7, so nice lap by Feeman. And it looks like one of the, I think that's Rusty who just crossed the line. And Nero puts it in P4, so nice lap by Nero. On board with Disgruntled Muppet. He doesn't improve his time. Who is that? Milclan? Milclan crosses the line, doesn't improve his time. Nico John puts it in P4, so nice lap by Nico. How's it going, Monkey? Good luck in the race today. It's not a bad lap for those mediums. We're on board now with Yuppie, so Yuppie will be starting his first hot lap. I think Yuppie can fight for the pole here, so let's stay on board with Yuppie. See what he can put together here. Oh, and he locks up a bit. So if pole was going to come, I don't think it's going to be here. But he did get a fast in sector 1. And Domingos is just starting his hot lap in the racing point. You can see this setup is really, really good. The car turns in really nicely. Oh, and he invalidates. He invalidates this lap. So, be interesting to see what Yuppie does. The one-stop strategy, so you got to make those soft tires last. Is he going to do another lap here on the softs, or does he go back into the pits? And he jumps back into the pits. So let's go on board with T2. In the last chicane. Goes in pretty wide. And he's starting his hot lap. Go on board with Beeman. Beeman's jumping into the pits. Vapor starting his hot lap. And thank you everyone for tuning in. Shout out to everyone tuned in. Vapor starting his hot lap. Spruan starting his hot lap. Domingos puts it up into, oh no, he's starting his hot lap into P8. And it looks like, who is that? Money Matt's back into the pits. How's it going, Rusty? Good luck in the race today. Rusty in P9, so shout out to Rusty, top 10 so far. Let's see, so we have JC starting his hot lap. And it looks like JC has, is that disgruntled Muppet behind him? Yeah, but disgruntled Muppet's on his out lap. On board with Vapor. Vapor's into sector 3 now, heading into the last chicane. He's in third so far, so can he improve? He does improve to 126.6, so nice lap, put them up into P2. And Spoolin in the Haas up into P4, so nice lap by Spoolin. Oh, and someone's had an off. Bajal's off. In turn 1. Interesting that turn 1, it's pretty straightforward, relative. I mean, it's pretty much flat out, but it does seem to be the corner where the potential to get caught out is very high. So Nico John is starting his hot lap. Oh, and there's a Ferrari up ahead of Shep. And he stays out of the way. Oh, Nico John almost invalidates that lap, but he doesn't. So Monkey Mafia just started his hot lap. Let's see what Nico John can put together here today. Nico John, who is in 4th in the championship with 141 points. Just behind his Racing Point team at Domingos with 146. So Nico John's been a very consistent contender in the championship so far. DRS wide open. You can see Shep back there getting ready for his hot lap. There's another Williams that's going to cross the line. I'm not sure exactly who that is, but we'll monitor the timing board. Whoever it was didn't improve. Nico John in 5th place. Or no, he gets 6th place. 7th place. Oh, Yuppie puts it into pole with the 125.7. Great lap by Yuppie. Who else is on their hot lap? Scorpio's going slow, so I'm not sure what happened. Might be out of fuel. And he jumps into the pits. So what else is happening? Money Matt invalidates his lap. Go on board with Shep as he approaches Maggots and Buckets. Section is not easy. Back on the power. DRS open. Shep down in P18, hasn't set a time yet. So he'll be wanting to see where you can put it on this grid. Using up all of the track. Braking nicely into the chicane. Puts the power down. Into P13. Solid first lap. Beeman in P8. Disgruntled into P13. Looks like Vapor's going to start another lap. So Vapor will be trying to see if he can snatch that pole back from Yuppie. He's about 9/10 off. And Razor has been waiting on those soft tires in the pits for a little while. Probably waiting for the timer to get a little bit closer to the session, waiting for that track to rubber in. Ponchal starting his hot lap. Rusty jumping into the pits. He's out into P12. Not sure what happened. He didn't complete a lap on the softs. And it looks like Beeman has gone off. So Beeman lost it on the exit of Maggots and Beckett's. Stay on board with Vapor. Vapor's shown a lot of pace this year. Seen him do some great drives, some great qualifying. And he doesn't improve. He's a couple tenths off. So he'll probably try one more lap here. Oh, that's unfortunate, Rusty. Rusty having some technical issues. Who's that crossing the line in the Red Bull? Scorpio's crossing the line, and surprise of the day, Joe G hasn't set a time yet in that Red Bull. I'm not sure what's happening there. So we'll go on board with Bradshaw. Bradshaw's finishing up his lap, but this seems like he may have gone off somewhere because it's 7 seconds off the pace. He must have had it off somewhere, so this will be his last chance. Spurlin improves to P3, so nice lap by Spurlin. Couple a racing point, AlphaTauri ahead. And they all starting their last hot lap. Welcome to everybody watching. This is the Performance Racing League Tier 2, Round 12, Silverstone GP. Welcome. Just finishing up on qualifying. It looks like this will be the final laps for everybody pretty much. Yep, he's starting his final lap. He's going to see if he can improve. Bradshaw into the pit, so he's not going to be able to put in a better time. Stand board Domingos. Domingos is in P11, but he's in P3 in the championship, so the further up the better. We'll see what he can put together here. He's already put in a 127.787. As he gets around that final chicane on the power, he does improve, 127.397, and so does Nico John. Or rather, that was JC that moved everyone down. So JC up into 6. It's a nice lap by JC. So a little over 10th behind Nero. And Vapor doesn't improve after all. Unfortunate for Vapor, but really nice qualifying today from Yuppie. Really nice lap from Razor. The Razor had those soft tires ready to go. But I don't believe he improved his time on the soft tires, so I think he'll start on the mediums. This looks to be our final running order here. Yuppie P1, Razor P2, Spooling. Really nice qualifying from Spooling. P3, Vapor P4, Nero P5, and JC P6. Nice qualifying as well from the Racing Point boys. Nice qualifying as well from the Alfa Romeo boys, 11 and 12. A lot of the guys showing great pace here. Let's see what the race will hold. Let's see if we get some rain. Let's see if it's a dry race. Silverstone is notorious for the wet. Looks like it's going to be a dry race. Definitely think we're going to be seeing a one-step strategy here today. And some of the races here with some of the guys, practice races during the week. I know Yuppie has been showing tremendous pace. But same thing with Razor Guy. He's been incredibly quick all week. Spooling with another great lap as well. So wondering how this is going to play out. One lap pace is not the same thing as the full race pace, but we're going to have to wait and see. As the guys get off for their formation lap, so you can see that suggested pit strategy. It's going to be a one-stopper here. Doesn't look like there's going to be any rain. That really nice Mercedes livery. Yeah, dry race, Rusty. The gods smile in your favor. Who is that, Toad? Toad IQ? His alarms didn't go off? Are you sleeping, Toad? Man, I'm excited for this race. Turn 1 is going to be insane. Whoever gets the better jump. As it looks like the guys are warming up their tires. Trying to get the best grip possible. Razor in that beautiful Williams livery. Spollen in the Haas. So Team Haas making a comeback today. Vapor just behind in the McLaren. Nero and the other Williams. So Nero doing really nicely. Williams doing really nicely. Second and fifth. JC with another nice qualifying. Showing that his pace recently hasn't been a fluke. Praj, he would argue that he could probably go quicker than 7th, but he's in 7th. He started on those medium tires. Once the front runners have to pit, he'll be able to keep going in the clear air. And then Nico, John, Domingos, and Beeman rounding out the top 10. Monkey just behind him, though, so Monkey's showed a lot of pace. So look for him to be going up through the field, making up some positions, and Rusty as well. Rusty, who once he gets settled into his rhythm, I think he can get some positions here as well. Unless we not forget about Shep. I think Shep, once he finds his rhythm on the track, he can try to fight for that top 10. So, lights on at the grid, 5 lights, and they're off. Yuppie gets a pretty good start. Oh, and they all make it through turn 1. Oh, and someone's got off. T2 has got off. That's unfortunate. He's lost out. Turn 1. Vapor goes wide. He's losing positions. Nero just ahead of him. Vapor tried to turn in there when the car was there. You can tell he's frustrated. Oh, and he's got to be careful not to touch there. Really nice battle here mid-corner. Nero and Vapor. Nero holding him off. Nicely done. Bradshaw just behind JC. He lifts a bit. A lot of action happening. Wow. Look at all this happening. The Maggots and Beckett's. Oh. Shep goes a little wide. So Monkey should have him here. And he does get the position, so nicely done by Monkey. And who was that jumping into the pits? Domingos. He must have had some damage. Yuppie with the fastest lap. So let's go on board with Monkey. He gets around. Nicely done. Oh, Monkey looks like he's going a little bit wide. And it looks like the positions are all over the place. So, not sure what happened, but Razor Guy's down into 5th now. Or rather, I think that's 4th actually, because Domingos is on in 1st. You can see here Spoo in 2nd behind Yuppie. Yuppie's starting to drive away a little bit. So we'll see if these guys can keep him within striking distance. So Rusty with a nice move up into P9. Nicely done by Rusty. We'll stay on board with Shep because Shep is just behind Money Matt. This is a battle for P14. And it looks like Beeman is out in Sector 3. So not sure what happened. Doesn't look like he DNF'd. So the DRS is enabled. Putting that Ferrari power down, but he's not using any overtake, so looks like he's being strategic here about deploying his ERS. But he gets a nice exit. He gains a couple of tenths. But Money Man ended up getting a nice little exit as well. This looks to be one of the closest battles on the track. Oh, and he doesn't get as good of his exit as Money Matt does, so nicely done to Money Matt. Money Matt in the DRS of Scorpio. Looks like he'll be able to make a move coming up pretty soon here. Scorpio goes a bit wide. Oh, but so does Money Matt. Oh, and he gets a 3-second time penalty there. It's a little too wide, pushing a little too hard. Oh, and he's going to go around the outside. Oh, too wide. Scorpio put his car in a very difficult spot for Money Matt, but that was right on the limit. Scorpio puts the elbows out a little bit to defend the position, and he holds on. Oh, and Shep spun. I wonder what happened. I didn't see any contact, but he did spin. He'll be able to continue. Now we got Joe. Joe making his way up the order nicely. Oh, and Razor Guy gets a penalty. Look at Joe making a move on Money Matt. Nicely done, because now he's got the inside for the flat-out right-hander. But Joe, ever the gentleman driver, backs out to give his opponent some space. But you can see him backing out, gave him a nice exit, because he's right on his tail. And he should be able to make the move here with DRS. He's forgot to open his DRS. I guess no DRS. Let's go on board with Bradshaw, because Bradshaw is just behind Vapor. Bradshaw in that beautiful Ferrari. Feeman is out, so I'm not sure what happened with Feeman. We're on board with Razor. You can see Vapor and Prajal just behind. And the guys are just inches close to each other. Really nice battle. And it looks like Space Cowboy Shep has gotten past Spichuk. That amazing right-hander, flat out. It's so hard to follow in the dirty air here. But Praj doing a really nice job of it. Oh, and he gets a great exit here. He's going to get him with the DRS. There he goes. Oh, and Vapor. He was a little too aggressive there, if you ask me. Didn't hold his inside line. You got to be so careful in these high-speed corners. The Prajal will continue as Vapor goes off. So just like that, Vapor lost probably about 10 seconds or so. So now he's down into P9, down into P10. It's unfortunate for Vapor. He's our points leader. So this is not boding well for him with Yuppie in the lead. Yuppie in second place in the championship, 17 points behind, so this will help to close the gap. So we're on board with Monkey. Monkey's a P11. Hasn't lost any positions or gained any. Let's see what he can do here. About Disgruntled Muppet and Vapor ahead. See if he can make a move. So it looks like Vapor's got the pace to drive away from these two. But this Disgruntled Muppet is staying relatively with him. DRS open. Now it does seem like Vapor's driving away a bit. Goes a little bit wide, a little bit deep. So Monkey jumps into the pits. Not sure what the strategy will be here, but he's in the pits. And it looks like Praj is starting to gain nicely onto Razor. Monkey says he hates this track. I like this track. So will Monkey be able to take those tires to the end? It's 19 laps. Or rather 20 laps on those tires, we'll see. It looks like McLaren got a little bit wide. That allows Shep to get through. As Spitcheck gets ahead as well. Oh, a little bit of contact with Spitcheck. Oh, and Spitcheck. That nose touch with McLaren. And now round he goes. Unfortunate for Spitcheck. So now we're on board with Disgruntled, and he's within touching distance of Vapor. So both of these guys are starting to gain on Rusty ahead. Let's go on board with Praj. So Praj is just behind Razor. These guys are both on the same tire. Praj is going to get the DRS here. And he jumps down the inside. And they are neck and neck. Razor guy's able to stay just ahead. Really nice driving by the pair of them. And Money Mac gets a penalty. What a great battle. It's a battle for P4. And it looks like Spitcheck and Domingo's into the pits. Oh, and Praj goes for the inside. Wow, what a move by Razor. He takes back the position. Oh, and Praj spins. I'm not sure what happened there. Praj was on the outside, so I think Razor, or excuse me, Razor was on the outside, so I think Praj put the power down a little bit too quickly. I don't think they touched. So Razor continues. I didn't catch that, so I'm not sure what happened. But I did see that Razor had put his car around the outside to take the position back, and I don't believe there was a touch there. Unfortunate for Praj. Didn't have to drive back through the field now. See if he's got damage. Vapor's into the pit, so he's going onto the hard tire. He did spin, so those tires, those soft tires would have been wasted. A little bit of damage on Praj's car, and he gets back around the outside, but it looks like that front wing is intact just about. So Praj will try to stay ahead of Disgruntled here, because Disgruntled's on 8-lap old soft tires. He's going to have to pit soon. So P5 we got JC doing really well today. Doing his race. Up a position. Oh, and it looks like one of the racing points is out. I think that's Domingo's. He's out. Unfortunate for Racing Point then. As we have Disgruntled still trying to chase down. Oh, and the safety car's out. Safety car's out. These guys just missed the pit entrance. So what does Scorpio do? He's going to jump into pits. Space Cowboys jump into the pits. Money Man into the pits. McLaren into the pits. Vapor into the pits. Joe into the pits. We'll see what... Monkey Mafia does not jump into the pits. He just changed tires. So he's going to jump a lot of positions, but will these medium tires go to the end? It's going to be tough. But just like that, Monkey back into the top 10. So if he can make these tires last, then it's not a bad strategy. So looks like Yuppie and Spooling Dumb jump into the pits. Nero in the pits. Not sure what happened with Razor Guy. You would think he would have jumped into the pits, but he doesn't jump into the pits. So this playing nicely into the hands of Yuppie, Spoolin, and Nero. Razor Guy's probably thinking it's too early to go into the soft tires, but for these guys on the soft tires, it's the perfect time to jump onto the mediums. So Spoolin, I think Spoolin just ahead of Yuppie. Yep, Spoolin, Yuppie, and Nero. So Spoolin comes out in front in the pit stops. Somehow. So Yuppie got jumped into pit stops. Really nice job by Spoolin. So Razor's going to have to pit again. So Spoolin is in the, what is the effective lead? So who is that coming around to the start-finish line? Monkey Mafia. We'll see what he can do with these old tires, 3-lap old tires, because he's still going to have to do 15 laps. It's about a 20-lap stint. Rusty up into P5 onto those hard tires, so the pit strategy is working out very nicely for Rusty indeed. We'll see if he can hold on those hard tires. As everyone's trying to catch the pack. So another lap under safety car. We'll see who the biggest movers and shakers so far in the race have been. So the biggest winner so far in the race in terms of positions gained is Rusty. So Rusty started in 12th, up into 5th, already done his pit stop, onto the hard tire. Really great race so far by Rusty today. I think if he can keep that nose clean, and you got to be so careful with these sweeping corners that when you're on the inside that you don't touch with that car on the outside, especially when it's their rear and your front. We've seen it with Vapor. We've seen it with Praj, it looks like. Rusty's got to be very careful. He doesn't stick his nose into a wedge, so to speak. But he's been driving well, so we'll see if he can hang on to that top 5. Disgruntled as well, so he started 13th. He's up 4 spots. Scorpio as well, one of our veterans. Started 15th. He's into 11th. And in terms of the biggest losers, in terms of positions lost, it looks like Vapor has lost out a lot. So he started in, I believe it was 4th. Yeah. He's down into 16th. Oh, and McLaren spins. Not sure what happened with McLaren. He's probably trying to heat up those tires. So he cycles into the back. So it looks like the safety car's in this lap. And there's a lap car between Spoolin and Razor. Really nice camera angle. As the guys all cycling through turn 1, 2, and 3. Beautiful camera angles. Spooling locks up a bit there. Great battle between Praj and Disgruntled. And Praj gets around JC. So Praj on this brand new, looks like JC stuck it back up the inside of Praj. Needs to be careful here. Very nicely done by Praj to back out there. That's the experience move. Because he knows if he can, JC goes a bit wide and Praj takes advantage. Very patient move by Praj, really nicely done. But JC's got a great run. Oh, but he's out of ERS. So the guys behind Nico John, everyone's battling hard for position. Really nice battle between Praj and JC as Nico John gets past the lap car spit check. So Nico John on the great tire here to try to chase down Rusty. I think Nico John, if he stays with him, he can get that top 5 finish. Oh, and Disgruntled goes wide into turn 3. So he's lost out. Monkey then into P9. So now Monkey can try to chase down a P8 as Joe G is just behind Space Cowboy. He backs off. Go back on board with Praj. As Nico John goes a bit wide. Great battle here of all these 3 guys fighting for a top 5 position. Praj with a great exit. Nico John lives in the room. Heads up driving by Nico John. Ever the gentleman driver. And Praj is up into 6th. So now Praj will try to chase down Rusty as Spooling gets a penalty. So Yuppie had gotten around, he got around Spooling. I did miss that one, but he's up into P2. So Praj being patient, he knows all he has to do is just tuck up behind him. Now he's got the DRS. He's gonna try to go for the move. And he does get the move. So nicely done by both of them to leave each other just enough space. And JC spins. So not sure what happened. JC has spun. He's down in the 14th. Now he's got to fight back through the pack. So Joe just behind Shep. And as we say that, the check is out. We're on board now with Nico John. He's got the DRS. Wow, he had a great exit. That's Nico John into 6th. And Racer Guy's into the pits. I'm not sure what happened. Oh, he's going in for his pit stop, that's right. Yeah, Razor Guy did well with that first stint, but he was caught out by the safety car because it was a little bit too early. So let's get on board now with Nero. Nero's in P3, just behind Spoolin. Both of them trying to chase down Yuppie. Spoolin is closing that gap ever so slightly, but it looks like Yuppie's doing a better job of managing his ERS. See, the only issue I see with that strategy with Razor Guys is put him down to P15. In my opinion, he either should have jumped onto the softs at that pit stop or at that safety car, or he should have just jumped onto the hard tire. But he's still going to have about 10 laps to fight through the field. But I think he's lost out. He would have been in the lead, or thereabouts. So Yuppie doing really nicely in P1. Nero getting up into P2. Nice move by Nero. The top 3 runners all on the same tire. No advantages there. So it looks like Joe's got a run on Scorpio. And he gets by. So nice move by Joe. Now Joe will try to chase down Shep for that top 10 position. Joe, who's been so consistent. Tone is in the house. How's it going, Tone? Let's see, who is the closest battle on track here? Oh, and Money Man is out. So not sure what happened. Not sure what happened. But he straight left the session. I'm going to try to send him an invite. I wonder what happened with Money Matt. Yeah, man. We're excited to have you back, Tone. I don't think Money Man has sent me an invite or a friend request. I don't have him on my friends list. So Yuppie in P1 doing a great job building a gap out to Nero. Nero 1.8 seconds behind. Spooling in P3. Really nice drive today. Praj making his way back through the field after an early spin. So nicely done by Praj. He's helped out by the safety car. Nico doing an excellent job of P5. And Monkey as well. He's down in P6. But a really, really nice drive. So it's going to be interesting to see if Monkey can make these tires last. Because he's still got to do 8 laps. 9 laps or so. But he's doing really nicely in that Alfa Romeo, that beautiful Alfa Romeo car. One of my personal favorites. So really heads up to Nico John today. He's got his strategy just about perfect, making every call correctly today, driving consistently, keeping his nose clean. So he started in 8th, he's up into 5th. As the cars start to create the gaps around themselves. It's unfortunate for Praj and Vapor because I do think that they had the pace to try to fight Yuppie. Yeah. How's it going, by the way, Blank High? How you doing, man? Yeah, definitely. I think Alfa Romeos are having a great day. Rusty doing really nicely with his strategy. I'm not sure why he went onto the hard tire, but he probably just didn't want to have to deal with any kind of tire struggles at the end of the race. And he seems to be holding that gap to the car behind by around 2.7. The guy behind is closing a little bit, but his tires are also going to be shot by the end of the race. So Rusty's doing a great job of managing the P7 so far. And Monkey Mafy's up into P5. Oh, and Nico John loses the rear. He lost the rear a little bit. He caught it, but it was a touch too late. So now Rusty's up into P6. Monkey into P5. So really nicely done so far by these guys. As Spooling is trying to catch back up to Nero. The gap, I believe, was 1.7. Now back down to 1.2. Now 1.1. So it looks like Spooling's having a little bit of an easier time as these tires start to wear out. Let's go on board with Nico John, because Nico John is in P9 behind Disgruntled. And he backs out of that one, but he's going to be itching to try to make his way back through the field. Nico John did have good pace. He does have good pace. A touch of the wheel on the gravel, but he gets away with it. Flat out through turn 1 and 2. Heavy braking into turn 3. Guys throw the car into turn 4. And flat out through the kink in turn 5 onto the straight. And Nico John's going to have the DRS, so let's see if he can make a move. I think he's going to be a little bit too far back. Yeah, because Disgruntled's got all of his ERS left. He defends on the inside. Places this car nicely, making it very difficult for Nico to get around. So this battle is still going. So this is the battle for 10th between Shep and Joe. Shep, one of our veterans. Joe, a relatively new member to the community. Both of them great drivers, gentlemen drivers. We'll see if Joe can make a move. And he backs off. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of space for two cars through there. But he's going to try to get a good exit here. And he does get a pretty good exit. He does get a good exit. He's got the DRS. And you can see the Razor guy back there also making moves. So nicely done by Joe. He's into the top 10. Razor's got to be careful. They're completely different tires. Razor's trying to fight his way back into the top 10. I think that pit strategy caught him out. I think he should have pit during the safety car. But that's neither here nor there. It's already happened. So he's trying to do the best he can with what he's got. He's going to have to fight his way back through. He still has 6 laps. Both of these guys with DRS, so it's going to be tough to pass. Locks up a bit. Oh, and he gets a good exit, but Shep is there. And he backs out. That was an experienced move from Razor, not forcing it through there. But I think he's going to get through here. He does on the inside. Wow. These guys are going flat out through there. Really nice driving. Oh! And he goes wide, and they both get the DRS. I think Shep's been able to take back the position. What a move by Shep. He saw the opening. Great job by Shep. You can see Razor's starting to get impatient. He's got to settle down. And Rusty gets by Vapor. It looks like Vapor was trying to get by. Vapor also trying to fight his way back through the field. So we'll stay on board with Vapor. He's going to get the DRS. But Rusty all over that overtake button. And Vapor can't get by. So interestingly, whoever used the most overtake there is going to have the least amount to use for that back straight. So we'll see if we can get a better exit here through Maggot and Beckett. The guy's just about flat out through there. It looks like Vapor's going to have better grip here. But Rusty gets a really good exit. And Shep gets a time penalty. He's going to go for it. Really nice driving by the both of them. And Vapor gets through. It's a nice pass by Vapor as Rusty gets a penalty. But Rusty doing well to hold on to 7th. He's got to be careful with the time penalties though, because Nico John is just behind. So Nico John recovering from his pirouette. He did well to get off the power and give it a dab of the brake to catch the car in a half spin. He lost out a few positions, but he's still there. And it looks like a Haas is off. Is that Spullen? I think that was Spullen. Yep, Spullen has fallen back now. Proj back into P3. Unfortunate for Spullen. Monkey having a really great race so far today. He's up into P5. Looking at these deltas to see who's the closest battle on track. Looks like the gaps are starting to widen between the cars. Rusty doing well to stay with Vapor. And it looks like Shep is still within touching distance of Joe. So that's been a really nice battle all race. So now it looks like Nico's starting to close in on Rusty. Only a few laps to go. 3 laps to go. This seems to be the closest battle on track. Nico in that beautiful Racing Point livery. Chucking the car in. And there's the yellow in sector 3. Looks like Scorpio has spun. Scorpio has spun, and he's clipped off both of his end plates. So, I'm not sure what he's going to do. Those tires can make it, but I wonder if he'll pit. So Nico John, this battle continues. He might be able to do it here. Oh, and Nico John is just about able to get through. Really nice job by Nico. Up the inside. Great move. Great driving by the both of them to leave each other just enough space. Oh, and Rusty getting impatient there. He put his car, I think, where he probably should have backed out. Unfortunate for Rusty. You always have to watch when you put your car into a wedge with your front tire wedged in by their rear tire, because when you're turning on the inside like that, you're always going to be the one that spins. And what very much is like a Vettel type spin. You got to be very careful. Unfortunate for Rusty. He was up into 7th. Or 8th, rather, as Nico John had gotten past him. So let's go on board with Shep. Shep is 7/10 behind Joe. As Razor Guy is trying to get past disgruntled. So this is the last lap here. We'll stay on board the Razor Guy and see if he can fight his way back up into 8th. Nicely done by Razor. He's got to be careful there to leave the room on the outside. He does. Nicely done by both of them. Really nice driving by both of them. Razor Guy with the DRS, so he gets ahead. But excellent driving from the both of them. Now we'll see if Shep can try to make his way past Joe. He's got to try to stay close to him through Maggots and Beckett's. But Yuppie crosses the line and he's in first, so very nicely done by Yuppie. He was in full command today. Nero in second, great drive by Nero. Praj in third, great drive by Praj. Spoolin in fourth. Monkey in fifth, so great race by these guys. As Joe tries to catch down Rusty in 10th, but I think he's going to be too far back. These guys are friends, but it's anything but friendly on track as he's trying to fight for that position. And it's going to be close. He's going to go for it, but not a whole lot of room on the inside. But he went for it. And Joe up into 8th, as a lot of the guys ahead got penalties. Really nicely done. JC with a tough day. He had great pace today, but he got caught out in a spin. And McLaren just behind. Wow. Great job by Yuppie today. Really nicely done. Wow, very nicely done by Yuppie. So that's the second win straight. And with this, he's going to earn, I believe that's going to be 27 points. I believe he was on pole as well. Meanwhile, Vapor is in 7th. Trying to see who's up into the championships now. Yeah, so no, Vapor is in 6th, so he will get 14 points. 186. And Yuppie's going to get 27. So now it's a 4-point difference. Vapor's still in first, but Yuppie's 4 points behind in second. So the championship taking shape quite nicely. Really nice job by Yuppie. Unfortunate for Vapor, but he fought his way back, and he still got himself some good points. Nico John with a great finish in 7th. Joe with a tremendous finish in 8th as well. Schooling Dub doing nicely for 4th. And Razor and Rusty rounding out the top 10. Unfortunate for Rusty the spin and Razor, but Rusty did recover. I think that pit strategy caught out Razor guy. If there's a safety car like that, the lesson learned is that you have to pit like everybody else. Otherwise you end up losing time during green flag racing. Unfortunate. So that's the race. We're going to call it a wrap. Thank you everyone for joining. Tune in tomorrow. Tier 1 race here at Silverstone. And next week, the guys are going to be returning. Next week, we're going to be at Hungary for the Hungarian Grand Prix. So thank you for tuning in. Take care.